we have 7 logs, a chest, and a slab. So let's go ahead and do this. So I'm going to do the 7 logs like this, a chest in the center, slab on top. This is going to give us a barrel. Hello and welcome to another episode of Regrowth Reloaded. Okay, so let's get started here. We've got a lot of things to do today, so let's start off with, as always, our seeds that we're going to be working with. So I've got everything in here that I need for a bunch of stuff, and I got stuff in there for something else. But let's start from the life of the world. Go ahead and open this up, and we're going to start up here with Cactus Seeds. A source of all things spiky, cactus seems to be able to mutate from a poppy and sugarcane. It requires soil of red sand. Okay, so Cactus Seeds. So we need sugarcane, poppies, and then it's got to grow on sand, of course. So let's come in here. We got our sugarcane and our poppies. So let's run over here to the first one. Okay, so we got sugarcane there and poppies there. Poppies won't grow on tilled garden soil. They grow on untilled garden soil. There we go. Plant that. There we go. Oh, and let me grab some bone meal real quick. A little bit here. Meal that up. All right, let that do its thing. Next thing on our list, all right, is we've got cotton seeds, able to be refined into wool and string. Cotton can be mutated from dandelion and barley. So take a look. So we got dandelions and barley, and that goes on garden soil. So we have a dandelion and we have barley. Okay, can't use that one. And it's tilled. Yep. Alright, let me go ahead and do this real quick. Put that back in there. Okay, so there's dandelion and barley. That going. Next, we have, go ahead and do the blue orchid while we're at it here. Source of light blue dye, blue orchids can be mutated from dandelion and poppy. Alright, dandelions and poppies. There's poppies. There's dandelions. Do I have any of these? Yeah, there it is there. Okay. Poppy. Dandelion. Let that do its thing. Next on our list is tomatoes. Adding a little variety to your food is always good, right? Tomato can be mutated from blueberries and chili. Okay, so let's see what we have in here. We have blueberries and chili. Blueberries, chili, what do we have here? Chili seeds. I need some more crop sticks. Just go ahead and grab those real quick. All right. Next, we have strawberries. Strawberries can be mutated from raspberries and blueberries. So we have raspberries, blueberries, raspberry, blueberry. Let those do their thing. Oh, we already got cactus growing here. Good. And what do we have here? We have cotton. All right. And let's see, last one is going to be grapes. Grapes can be mutated from blueberries and pumpkin. We have blueberries and we have pumpkins. Get that down. Blueberry, pumpkin. Okay, we'll check up on this stuff at the end of the episode. All right, that should be everything in the life of the world. So next thing we want to do is we're going to go into chapter 1, what the world came to be, and we have natural nuances. A number of useful plants are proving troublesome to obtain. You wondered if you could employ essence to create these, but a synthetic means of doing so evades you. Maybe you might manage it by breeding crops. So we need to make nature seeds, and these are essence seeds crossbred with sugar cane. So you remember in the last episode we made the essence seeds. So we've got essence seeds and we got sugar cane. So we got this one over here. So let's go ahead and get this started. We got our essence seeds there and our sugar cane there. Go ahead and grow that up. And these, like the essence seeds, these provide, well, these are the essence seeds, but the nature seeds will provide something similar, which we'll get to here in a moment. Why did I do that? Oh, well, we'll not worry about that at the moment. Let's go back to the book. All right. And then we're going to go ahead and complete a task. No, we can't do that yet until this one's finished, but then we're going to do the magical fertilizer. We can go ahead and do it now. It's just not open yet. So, frustrated by the ineffectiveness of bone meal on the various essence crops, you've devised a more powerful variant of it which should accelerate the growth of these crops. So, we're going to make magical fertilizer, and this is bone meal, floral fertilizer, mutandis, and 2 essence of nature. Now, one of the quests we did last time gave us some nature's essence. So we've got everything we need right here. Let me go ahead and sleep real quick. All right, so let's come over here to our crafting table and let's look up nature. Oh no, it's magical fertilizer. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Magical fertilizer. Let's go ahead and shift click that, and that will give us our magical fertilizer. And we can pick one of these once it's actually activated, once we get some nature's essence, or we got the seeds. Let's see, did we get anything yet? Those are essence seeds, not nature's essence. All right. We'll leave that alone for the moment. So let me go ahead and put this stuff aside. And the next thing we're going to do, let's go ahead and go back into the book. And we're going to come into chapter 6, What the World Embraces. And we've got a bunch of storage stuff here. So I want to kind of get started on some of this storage. We're not going to do all of it. Right now we're going to get 3 pieces of this done. And this first one is going to come in really handy when it comes to dealing with essences. And that's this one, crafting from memory. There are some recipes you find yourself having to There are some recipes you find yourself having to use over and over again. A work table which keeps track of at least 9 things crafted in it for ease of use could prove very helpful indeed. So we're going to be creating a work table. So let's take a look at that. That is a book, a crafting table, and this is actually just a chest. Book, crafting table, and chest. So let's come over here. Now this one we have a book, a crafting table, and a chest. So let's go ahead and grab this real quick. So book, crafting table, chest. This creates our work table. And I'm going to put that over here in the Britannia area. And this is actually really kind of nifty. Where do I have this stuff at? Okay, I'm going to grab some of this essence here. And we're going to come in here and we're going to put the essence in here. And we're going to be using this to craft recipes. So like I want to make, well, I can't do it yet until we get the infusion stone. But once we get our infusion stones, we can use this to simplify crafting our the things that we're going to need, our essences that we're going to need, weak, normal, strong, and extreme essences that we're going to need for crafting recipes in the future. And this simplifies this. This will store the recipes on this side, and then you just select it, and then as long as you got items here that it can use, it will craft those items for you. So one of the things that we are going to do is the infusion stone, but we'll get to that here in just a moment. Let's move on with this into the next part. Oh, did we craft this? Okay, claim our rewards. Okay, so we got a couple of saplings for that. So the next thing I want to do is barreling forward. When you've got just far too much of something to store in a chest, why not chuck it in a barrel? Barrels will hold a single type of item but can hold very large volumes of the item, acting as an attractive bulk storage option. So we need to make a barrel, and that is a chest with 7 logs and a slab on top. So we have 7 logs, a chest, and a slab. So let's go ahead and do this. So I'm going to do the 7 logs like this, a chest in the center, slab on top. This is going to give us a barrel. And let's go ahead and come back in here. Go ahead and claim our reward, which gives us a barrel hammer, which I'm not certain what to do with it at the moment. Stickers can be used so that you can see what's in the barrel from all sides, because normally the barrel only has one side of it that's visible. So let's go ahead and put that down over here, I think. And put it right here. Get these saplings out of the way. And what I want to do is, I've got all this compost that we've been creating. Let me go ahead and grab all this. And we're going to double click on this with right double click, and that will see we have 13 stacks plus 28 of compost in that barrel. And this barrel will hold what does it hold? Well, a total of 64 stacks for 4,096 items. So that's quite a bit, but these can be upgraded quite significantly, which we'll do later on as we get further along with a lot of things. But we don't need to do any of that today. So let's look at our quest book again. So we got the barrels. Next thing I want to do is the drawing from experience. A simple set of wooden drawers should be sufficiently useful and provide a convenient, attractive storage alternative to wooden chests. The storage of the drawers is divided evenly between the slots of the drawer. A full block set of drawers has a capacity of 32 stacks of items. So if it has 2 drawers, it can hold up to 16 stacks in each. Comparatively, a half block is set with 4 drawers will only hold 4 stacks per drawer. So we're going to go ahead and make our drawers, which is 2 chests and 7 planks. So we have 2 chests, 7 planks, and the color of this will depend upon what type of wood you're using. So oak wood is what we're using in this case, but if we were to do, like spruce or acacia or something like that, we would get different colors to these drawers. So we got our drawers. Let's go ahead and claim our reward, which gives us 4 of the 4x drawers, which is perfect. I want to use these over here in our Botania section. Let me go ahead and put this up here so I can take this down. And I'm going to use these right away. And we're going to be moving in. I've kind of divided this up. So I've got petals here. These are going to be the dyes. So far I only got the yellow and the red in the dyes. These are floral powders here. So I just kind of want to make these for each of those and store them in there. It looks a little nicer. So like let's say, for example, I'm going to go ahead and do the white, magenta, light blue, yellow. So just same thing, right click on them, white, magenta, light blue, yellow. And later on we're gonna have a whole bunch of these, and we're gonna need to build drawer controllers so that we can have a simple, easy way to input items into our system. But I'll work on moving everything into here between episodes. Just wanted to show you how that works. All right, so the next thing we want to do is we're going to come into chapter 2, and don't worry, we'll come back in here into this stuff. And what was that? What the world embraces. Yeah, we'll have to do a dolly, and we'll do some chests and backpacks and compartments in the next episode probably. So chapter 2, what the world is made of, just opened up for us a little while ago, and it's here, Infusion. You can combine some essence with a mana infused ender pearl and rule the world. I mean, you can make a stone which lets you condense the magic of these essence into a more potent form. So we had to get a mana pearl. We got that in a previous quest. And then now we need to craft a weak infusion stone. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So that is 8 essence dust around a mana pearl. So we've got quite a bit of essence dust from growing our essence and getting that all up to 10, 10, 10. Let me go ahead and sleep again here. All right, so let's go ahead and get our infusion stone going. So we got a mana pearl in the center, followed by 8 essence dust. This gives us our weak infusion stone. Okay, sorry about that cut there. I got interrupted in the middle of our recording. So let's come back over here where I was going to. We just finished making our weak infusion stone, and now we're going to use it here with our work table that we created earlier. And I'm going to put this in here, and we're going to use it to create a recipe. So we put that in the center, and we surround it by 4 essence dusts, and that creates weak essence. So if we go ahead and create that, then there is our recipe up here. So all we got to do to in the future to make it is we just select the recipe up here, and then we can just, you know, pull a bunch of them out just like that, and there we go. Now we've got weak essence. So let's see, did we finish that? Where were we at? That was chapter 2. Okay, let's open that up. We got that. We had to create 1 weak essence as well. And now we get an ender pearl plus 4 weak essence, and then we get to pick one. We can either get 16 weak essence or skeleton soul seeds. Always, always, always pick the skeleton soul seeds. One last thing you have to craft, and these are going to come in so handy here. Let me just go ahead and show that to you real quick. Let's come over here and let's get this analyzed. There we go. We got 111 on it. Now, this is our first essence that's going to provide us with something very useful. I'm going to go ahead. I got a new area over here that I built between episodes. And this is where I want to plant all my essences at. So as you can see, I just kind of extended the wall out. I put in all these pads here. Now this is all garden soil. And I planted our regular essence over here, and these are 4x4. So there's a total of 16. So each of these will give us 4 if we harvest it. So 1 block of this 4x4 will give us a full stack of essence. And I'm just going to go ahead and plant this over here. And normally you can do the lines like we do over there with trying to get this up to 10, 10, 10, which is what we're going to want to do. This will work similar, but it's going to like fill out all of these all the way across. And then by the time it makes it over to this corner over here, we'll check these 3 here, pick the one that's got the highest value, and replant it and do it again. And we'll be collecting the skeleton essence at the same time. Now, the skeleton essence is used for crafting bones, so we can make unlimited bone meal from this, as well as it can be used to craft skeleton skulls that we'll use later on in things like witchery. But you can also craft arrows with it, so we have an unlimited supply of arrows as well to go with our bow that we have. So that's a good thing to have, and that's why I say always take it. This other stuff is pretty easy to come by. I'm just going to actually put this essence in here that we already have. We'll just store it in there. All right, so the next thing that I want to do is we are going to put this ender pearl away. And we talked about this other thing that was in here in chapter 3. And you can see here too, once you open this up, it starts opening up other things. Like this is a quest that we'll get into next episode that will help us to get our first metals essences, and this will get us essence of copper. So we'll be able to create copper. And then later on, this one here is for dye. It does the same type of thing. But later on, we're also going to be getting iron and all the other stuff, coal, important things that we're going to need. But this starts our journey here with these stones, infusion stones. So back to chapter 3, the way the world works. Let's open that up. And then we looked at the clay Konya briefly last episode. It says clay is quickly becoming an annoyingly scarce resource. Maybe if you put some clay in a pile with a flower and pray some deity might answer your prayers is the better way to get some. Alright, so what we're going to do is we have to collect 12 clay and 10 mystical light gray flowers. So I've got 10 mystical light gray flowers and I've got 12 clay that I've collected, you know, knocking down the grass and stuff. Will occasionally drop a piece of clay. The mystical gray flowers we get, of course, from our mystical flower fertilizer. So let's go ahead and come here. We're going to hit manual submit and we're going to claim our reward, which is going to give us a clay Konya. Now this is a special plant. Let me see, do I have some sand over here? Do I have any sand? I got a little bit of sand. Let me go ahead and take some of this, and it doesn't matter. I do like 10 of them. Now the clay Konya uses a little bit of mana to work, so you plant it near our mana pool here, and then if we take and we place sand anywhere near it, it turns into a ball of clay. See? So this is going to help us out with that other task where we had to, for the copper, we're going to need to collect a bunch of clay for that. So there we go. 10 pieces of sand became 10 pieces of clay. You might think, well, that's a lot of work to find all that clay or the sand. But there's another way of doing it. Remember, we have the this sand here, the crack sand. It's kind of a pain, but we can actually combine a bucket of water with a piece of crack sand, and that gives you regular sand. Now, there's a way of doing it with the crafting frames, which I'll do in the next episode. But I just wanted to show you that real quick. You can do something with this crack sand that we have just everywhere. It's just, one bucket of water at a time is kind of a pain to do, but if you need a little bit of sand really quick, you can do something with it. So let's take a look now at our plants. And yes, I already checked it. We do have our tomatoes here from our chili, and our blueberries gave us our tomatoes. Got more over there. We've got our cotton from the dandelions and barley. We've got grapes from the blueberries and pumpkins. Over here we've got strawberries from blueberries and raspberries. We've got our blue orchids from our poppies and dandelions. And we've got our cactus from sugarcane and poppies. And finally, we've got our nature essence from our regular essence and sugarcane. The nature essence is another one that will be useful for things like creating vines and lily pads, as well as creating like a mossy cobblestone and smooth stone and stuff like that. So that's going to be interesting. It's I don't use it an awful lot, but there is a really good use for making cobblestone and making that will come in later with tinkers. And I'll show you that once we get that far in our world. But that's it for this episode. I'm going to go ahead and get this stuff planted and up to 10, 10, 10. And then we'll see what we got going in the next episode. So until next time, this is Desert Rat. Have a good one. Goodbye.